also want us to look at how they are looking in the league right now. They have played 9 matches, won all of them. But this is not new news. I think this is not new. Is this league really competitive for this for such a team? And if so, why is this team so different from the other teams, from the how they recruit and how they perform? Maybe Coach King will take that question first, and maybe I can get your opinion from Nderitu second.
Men and women, basketball is a brand. It is what KP is known about. If you come to basketball, if you come to Kenya, if you go to Africa, if you don't if you mention the name KPA, first thing that will bring is basketball. So they've invested. They've actually have a very good policy, a sports policy that ensures that they have continuity. Secondly, they're well funded. They have the money. KPA can travel, can do a whole week and 2 weeks camp preparing for a championship. Then thirdly,
Yeah.
they have a good technical bench. They have a good team manager, Mr. Magic, Christopher Magic Ogutu, who knows how to recruit. He knows where, he'll always want the team to be better. Now, they won the championship against Equity. They beat Equity in the final, women. Then they go for the big man for Equity. What does that mean? They're not comfortable with where they are. They're not looking at Kenya because they know they're dominant in Kenya. But they go to get the best of the best, cream them, and they're treated well and they're paid well. And they whenever you have a good organization that is able to plan very well, KPA do one thing right. They plan very well. They plan on recruiting off. They have a continuity. If you want your team to be the best, you always have to know who is not at par. You let them go.
About getting a league that is extremely competitive, with challengers like other challengers other than Equity Hawks and Zitex Sparks. What needs to be done? Because okay, funding is one of it, but one of the key issues. But the rest of the teams, Eagle Wings, as JQuat Links, while they are sweep during their Equity game, kuna Kisumu Ladybugs, but these teams, coach, they are in our league, and we expect them to come in and give a challenge to KPA. What about them? The guys, the bottom guys, yeah.
So you forgot about ZTEC. ZTEC are doing very well. I think about all the other teams in the league. It's investment. And you can't blame KPA for having the ability to acquire any player they want in the Kenyan league. So be it. It is what it is, and that is how they prove. But the fact of the matter is, the management don't rest on their laurels. They always want to get better. They want to shape up. KPA goes to Rwanda for friendlies. KPA goes to Malawi for friendlies. KPA goes out of Kenya for friendlies. What does it mean? It means that yes, we are doing well. We are dominant in Kenya. They can't go and play in any other league. Kenya KPA cannot go and play in the Rwandan league, but they can win in Kenya. Then measure up with the teams from the region, measure up with the teams from Africa. That is what a good team does. And I'll tell you, if you look at, for example, Angola, they have 2 top teams, and then the rest of the other teams are like what we have in Kenya. But whenever the 2 top teams play and match up in Africa, you wouldn't know that in their league they have a 12 team ladies league with the top 2 dominant in Africa. So what have they done?
Yeah.
Beat the teams at home, but measure up with the clubs in Africa. That is what exactly KP has done, and I'm happy that they've done that all over consistently without a fail. Go to Uganda, play your preseason. Go to Rwanda, play your preseason. Go to Malawi, play your preseason. Because you're dominant in Kenya doesn't mean you stop here. Because they want to measure up, they have a bigger prize to pay, which means they want to be the conquerors in Africa, especially in the women's game.
Okay. Nderitu, you had something to say before I actually interjected.
The season, the game would be close because these are both teams made the finals, but it ended up being a one-sided affair when they met with the Equity Hawks, especially in the second half. It was a very huge blowout, and the Equity Hawks losing the two forwards that to KPA really dented the way they were operating. Especially KPA, I can just say that they're an A-class franchise organization, and the battle for the one seed between them and the ZTEC Sparks, it ended in Makande Arena as KPA gave the ZTEC Sparks their first loss. And I feel like also not only like KPA, I feel like there are like the top three teams in the women's division. Two of them they're going to make the finals. It's either going to be KPA, it's either going to be ZTEC. We know KPA is a sure lock, so they're going to make a deep postseason run when they do a playoff push. When you look at ZTEC, I feel like the ZTEC Sparks, they acquired Ashley from Storms. You can see they also are showing like they want to at least challenge for at least the final spot, and also the Equity Hawks. They've been there, done that. So I can say on the top three, those are the finals teams that we expect them to be in the finals, whichever of the top three. But the others, they have to find a way to at least some teams just allow KPA to score. Like let's say for example, KPA versus the Equity Hawks. You can see in the second you could see a lot of falling back from the Equity Hawks. So KPA just went on an absolute tear and they lead balloon. And it all comes down to like how teams are going to set up, because if you're trying to like challenge a team like KP, you have to match them technically, you have to match them skill wise, and you have to match them with personnel, not exact the same personnel, but also trying to like uh, lock down or like clamp up the better players. So that's the way that other teams should do. And as you could see earlier, I'm not doing a lot of comparison, but you could see Anu, like they didn't have the superstar talent to take down a KPA, but you could see in the second KPA's game, you could see an Anu team led by Mario James were able to pull off an upset in early in the season on KPA. So anything is possible, and I expect competitive basketball, especially in the women's division, given the way it's shaping up. And yeah, that's all the comments I have to say about that. Back to you, Eric.
Okay. Before we continue, I just want to welcome the guys that are joining the stream right now. I have a question for you guys. Between KU Pirates and Titans, who do you think will win on